Good morning. Good morning, Advancers. Glad everybody is here on the live call. And we got a full house today. Excited to see you all in the audience and excited about what God has in store for us today. Anybody wake up excited for what God has in store for you? Every morning you should wake up expecting God to do something great. And this morning, that's what we're doing. We're expecting God to do something great in our lives. I'm excited about some of the stuff that is coming. I know it's a God thing. I know we're in the right room. You know, a lot of times we'll pray, God, put me in the right place at the right time to experience a God move. And that's what I believe is happening here, is that you're in the right place. This is the right time with the right folks around for God to do something spectacular. Expect great things to happen in your life. I want to welcome you to AdvanceKingdomTV, where we lift up the name of Jesus. Yes, we trade. Our primary focus is to advance kingdom. So says the name. And so that's what we're going to do this morning. We're going to turn our hearts and our minds towards Jesus this morning. And we see you in the chat. Good morning, everybody. I love when you say good morning to us, to let us know that you're here with us and that we're in community together. So good morning, everyone. This morning, as we turn our hearts and our minds towards Jesus, I want to bring up Dr. Denise to the stage, and she's going to share this morning's devotion and prayer with us all. Good morning, Dr. Denise.
Good morning, Tim. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing well.
I could tell. You're on point this morning.
Yeah. I'm going to turn the platform over to you, and you can begin.
Okay, thank you. So good morning, all you kingdom people. Welcome into our time of devotion this morning. So as I was kind of meditating on what to talk about this morning, I ran across this post, and it says, you can't rewrite your past, but you can grab a clean sheet of paper and write your future. And so as I began to think about that, I began to think about some of the people in the Bible who had miraculous conversions, and their stories really indicate their past did not dictate their future. And I believe somebody this morning, and maybe it's just me, but if I'm preaching to myself, that's fine. I'm sharing from my own personal experience. It's okay, because somebody out there will get something from it. But again, we're looking at this particular post or statement. You can't rewrite your past, but you can grab a clean sheet of paper and write your future. And so one of the first people that popped into my mind was Paul. Paul on the road to Damascus. I'm sure many of us know the story, but it's a peculiar one, because even though Paul thought he was doing right, and he took great pride in what he was doing, because he felt like he was honoring God. He felt like he was protecting God. He felt like he was walking in his purpose as a Pharisee. And he was actually going after new believers. At the time, they called it the way. They weren't named Christians. They were just the way, people that were walking in the way. And so Paul is after them, persecuting them, because he thought that they weren't honoring God, honoring the law that God had given. And God changed his name from Saul to Paul. But Saul, that name Saul in the Greek means desired. And so to me, God desired him to walk in his purpose. God desired to bring him into a place of closeness with him all along, even though, again, Paul thought he was in a good place, but he was not in his best place. He was not in his place of purpose. And so God gave him this experience that literally wiped out his past. Now, he still had to deal with some things with the Jewish community and with the Christian community, especially those people that were believers in Jesus Christ, that he was the Son of God and that he came to redeem the world. He had to really deal with some things with them and almost prove himself, because they knew him as one that would persecute them, take them to jail, and try to murder them. And so can you imagine God putting you in a place where you come face to face with him? When he fell to the feet, to the ground, he says, Lord, Lord, what do you want? What are you saying? Now, the people that were with him, it doesn't say that they saw the same thing Paul did, but they heard the same thing Paul did. And so here Paul is on the ground, and he automatically is calling Lord, even though he didn't really know Jesus, right? And so that experience there changed his whole life and trajectory. Coming out of that experience, somebody that had to, that was a believer, had to go and actually pray for Paul. They didn't want to, because they knew him from his past, but they were willing to follow what God had told them to do, to be in line with what God had told them to do. And Ananias was the one who, prayed for Paul that the scales would fall off of his eyes. And he spent time with Paul there in Damascus. And so that story really, again, it strikes me from the point of, yes, we all have a past. And sometimes people that we're around might not want us to live outside of that past. But God has a future and a plan for each and every one of us that doesn't include being driven by our past experiences. I will again liken this to trading, because many of us over the last week, we've had some ups and downs. We've made, as we say in Advanced Kingdom, we've made some donations to the market. But it doesn't mean that's the past. That was yesterday. That was last week. Whatever day it was, it's in the past. But we can take out a clean sheet of paper and write our future. We can write our future from where we stand right now. Sometimes when you're trading, you'll get these low points. And it really wants to challenge your belief in what God has told you you are. It really wants to challenge and press you to the point where you say, I'm not, or I can't. But I'm here to tell you this morning that you are, and you can. That loss is just a temporary thing. It's like anything that we go through in life. We're living in a temporary moment. It is not a situation for eternity. And so recognizing where we are, and it is a temporal moment, don't let it sidetrack you and distract you from the purpose of God. Because just as we pray and we ask, okay, God, forgive us of our sins wherever we missed the mark, from that point on, he doesn't remember it. He says, I throw it from as far from the east as from the west. And so he doesn't remember it. But the enemy is always going to try to remind you of it. And so When we again look at the Bible in practical points, it's speaking to us. It is speaking to us. These same conversions, these same experiences where the word is telling us we are new creatures in Christ Jesus. Those are real. And so it's not, it again, we read it like we might be reading a novel sometimes. But again, when you look at the word of God and you attempt to meditate on it and apply it to your life, you're going to come into some life-changing experience, some type of life-changing experience. God knows exactly where we are. He knows exactly what we deal with on a daily basis. He knows exactly how our mind works because he created it. He knows exactly the struggles that we face and the obstacles that we face just within ourselves, dealing with ourselves, right? So he has created the word to remind us of who we are in him, and that we have a clean sheet of paper each and every day that we can rewrite our future in him. We can rewrite our future in him. And so I just want to encourage you today. Don't look at your past as an indicator of where you will be in the future. One thing that we have strived to do over the last year and a half, can't even believe it's been a year and a half, but over the last year and a half, is to encourage each person that comes into Advance the Kingdom, that comes into Advance Kingdom TV. We have really strived to lift each other up. And because we are a community, we can hold fast that one day, we might be off, but if we don't see you, we're reaching out to you. We're saying, hey, how you doing? We miss you. We're praying for you, because we don't want you to be sidetracked by something that is temporal and tries to distract you from reaching your purpose, your plan, the plan that God has for you. Another character that we read about in the scripture is the demonic man who's possessed. I think it's in Mark. Let me go to my scriptures. It's in Mark 5, I believe, where Jesus, he's just walked on the water. They come across the lake in the boat. They get off the boat, and here this man is who's been living like in the tombs. He's outside the city. He's an outcast for real. Nobody can deal with him. They've tried to chain him up. The chains don't work. And he's literally living among dead people. But this man had a future. This man had a place in the stories that would allow us to believe that God can change anybody and anything. So Jesus comes up, on the hill, and here comes this man running out to him, possessed by demons, and he's like, Lord, don't torture me. Well, it's the demon speaking out of him, right? But he knew it was the Lord. They know who Jesus is. They know his power. They know what he came to do. And so this man ultimately gets delivered. This man, when Jesus asked him, well, what is your name? He says, legions, for I am many. So a legion was like 6,000 people in an army. So here we are with this man. He's delivered, and his new sheet of paper begins to be written about his future. He's named in the Bible. He's written in the Word of God. And this man goes on to, the next time the people see him, he's all cleaned up, dressed up, ready to go, following Jesus. And Jesus told him, at this point, you don't need to go with me, but you need to go back and be a witness and be around your friends and your family, because they will see the change. It was obvious the man was possessed. It was obvious. His friends and his family couldn't even be around him. But even in that, God had a purpose for him. So you can't, nobody can tell me that I don't care what you've been through, God will not use you. God has a plan for you. And so again, encouraged today, because today is a great day. Today is a great day. It's a new day. We woke up with the ability to have a new clean sheet of paper started that describes our future, that we can describe where God is taking us. It's real. It's real. And so let's pray this morning. Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for life, health, and strength, and a sound mind in Christ Jesus. Father, we thank you that you have a plan and a purpose for us. Father, you knew us before we were in our mother's womb. You knew us before we were ever conceived. Father, even now, you have a plan and a purpose for us, whether we're young or whether we're old. Father, you have declared that this is the day that you have made, and your people will rejoice and be glad in it. Father, we thank you. You know the end from the beginning. You have not left one stone unturned in our life that would not catapult us to where we need to be in you. So, Father, I thank you today for the leading and guiding of the Holy Spirit. I thank you today that you cause our feet to walk in a prosperous and abundant place. I thank you today that we are more than conquerors in Christ Jesus. I thank you today that we have the victory in all things. I thank you, Father, today that you give us an expected end. And we rejoice today that you are our Father, you are our King, and you are our Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Wow. Good morning, Dr. Denise. Thank you so much for that encouraging word this morning. That our past does not affect our future.
No. I just, when I read that yesterday, and I began to think about how many do-overs do we get? 365 a year.
Yes.
We get a do-over 365 days a year. And God is not going to leave us without fulfilling his promise to us. So I'm in a good place this morning. And I hope it brought some joy and maybe some reminders to people this morning.
Yes, absolutely. And his promises are yes and amen.
Amen.
He knows the plan that he has for us, and it's good.
Yes.
And we have an expected end. That is awesome. That is awesome. I think about this in the sense of, as long as we have breath in our body, there's still purpose for our lives.
Yes.
There's purpose that he still has on us. We're not just put on this earth, to live and, not do anything for the kingdom. We're put on this earth for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you are still breathing, which everyone on this live is breathing, there is purpose for your life.
Yes. For sure.
No, that's awesome. That is awesome. I am going to bring up Mr. Timothy Campbell, our Chief Performing Coach. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. I get joy when I think about what he's done for me.
Amen.
Yeah. I love that message. I appreciate that message. And a few things stuck out to me as you were speaking. But when you went to the man that was possessed with the legion, to have 6,000 demonic forces working against your life,
Mhm.
and you have to carry that burden, and everybody's talking about the outward appearance of, well, he keeps doing this and he keeps doing that, and he tears and throws himself in the fire and all this stuff like that. And but they're not wrestling with 6,000 demonic forces that are assigned to tear this man down.
Right.
Like the strength to just even be able to, you can imagine just being able to bear the weight of not only just life. You'd be like, well, life is life, and well, life is life, and I have
Times
a whole
6,000.
legion working against me. And a lot of times you'll go through life and you're like, man, life cannot be this hard, this difficult. But I like what you said when you first started, is that you can grab a new sheet of paper. That's the Jesus piece, is that you could grab a new sheet of paper. Life is not over. Yesterday happened, and today I'm anew. And I love that story because of that. Another piece is that when Jesus said to go back to your family and be a witness, like you'll testify to those around you. Like I knew you before, so God must be real. And a lot of times you have to be a witness to yourself. Like I am changed. I that God is doing something in my life. Like you got to be a witness to yourself first. But I like what Jesus said, is that once he spent some time with them and restored them, he said, now go back. Now you're ready to go back and testify about the goodness of God. And so, that's a very encouraging word. It's like instantly should bring joy to everybody in the audience and on the stage, that no matter where you're at in life, no matter what's against you, there's more working for you than there is working against you.
Exactly.
All you need is Jesus.
Yeah,
good word. Good word.
That's it. That's it.
That man didn't even have to go and say anything to his family. He didn't have to say a word.
Ain't that something?
To them. His life alone.
Just show up.
Just show up.
Just show up. Like
you
see, there's something different in you.
Oh man, there's something different about there's something different about you. That's going to be the testimony. The people are not going to be able to put their finger on it, but they'll be like, something's changed about you. Something's changed about you. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And I believe that lives are being changed by what we're doing. And that's the purpose of what we're doing, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't wait for testimony service.
Testimony service, yeah.
We're gonna do it.
That's gonna be good
It's
too.
gonna be live. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, because we will testify.
We will testify.
Yeah.
We will testify, and it's the testimonies are just gonna keep springing up, and we got to keep speaking that. No matter what happens, no matter what yesterday was, we can't rewrite yesterday.
No.
Like, bring that new sheet and testify. Testify about your future. What has God said about your future? Everybody has a testimony.
Yeah. And I liken that so much to our trading, because you can have a bad day, and we know what we're called to do, right? We absolutely know what our purpose is in this group. But because we are so set on that, any little falter or any little loss, the enemy will try to just magnify that thing to make it feel like it's Mount Everest and you will never reach the peak. You might as well turn around now. And it's like, no, devil, move on. Move around. Because I'm not the one. I'm not the one. You're not going to tell me what I can't do. You're not going to tell me that I'm going to be distracted and I'm never going to. Those words, listen, those words were like fighting words. Oh, I can't. It just made me work that much harder. So it's a good day.
No, that's good. That's good. You got to have a prescripted response to everything, every disappointment, because you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed You said something. Don't get sidetracked by your yesterday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it has the power to take you off course, but you got to have a prescripted response, and your prescripted response should be the word of God. Like,
Yeah.
what did God say about my future?
Yeah.
And keep confessing that no matter what is going on. Like walk by that, believe in that, wake up with that in your heart. Like there should be an excitement about what God is going to do today, and walk in that regardless of what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
I am not going to confess. I'm not going to allow a loss inform me about my future.
No.
Like,
Even if the thought comes, I'm not speaking it.
I'm not speaking it.
I'm not giving it no power.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about our community. And I think the transparency here, that I think initially people were afraid to say, I messed up. People were afraid to say, I blew that challenge.
Yeah.
But there's freedom in that.
Yeah.
And I think we as leaders have shown that, because people need to understand we're human. Just like they are. Things happen, but you got to have a spirit of bounce back. You got to get right back up and go right back at it. You cannot afford to unplug, because when you unplug, you're unplugging yourself from your generator, right?
Yeah.
We're not the power source, but we are a part of a community that depends on one power source. And so when you unplug from the community, it's like you have stepped outside the camp and fair game, but you got to stay plugged in, because you get back on the bus, because the bus is still moving. We're still going. We're there to encourage you. Yep. Okay. You lost. Let's keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
Exactly what you did. And okay, don't do it again. Let's keep moving. So it's just a powerful community that we're in.
Yeah.
And the ability to share that.
Yeah. Just imagine if a tree said, I'll never shed a leaf. I'll never lose my leaves. just imagine if a tree said, I'll never lose my leaf. And try to hang on to that thing for a lifetime.
Yeah.
It is thing about, we go through seasons. We're going to go through times of loss, but it's for your good. Like, what did you learn? The wisdom that is waiting to come in through the loss. If you're lamenting the loss, you're preventing the wisdom from coming in.
Yeah.
You're preventing yourself from becoming wiser, from becoming stronger. You're preventing the testimony from coming, that I was able to rebound from this. You are preventing the growth to stop, because you're lamenting what you lost, not realizing what you're gaining because of it. You're becoming a better trader. You're becoming a better human being by suffering loss. Peter says it's for the perfection of the saints. It's God perfecting you. And that's the reason why you take losses. And so, I used to tell myself, Tim, you eat challenges for breakfast. It's a part of my diet. I eat challenges for breakfast, because I recognize that I'm a business, that God has established me in an industry, that there's a whole industry inside of me. And so part of that is, I got to look at how I'm not just a trader. I'm not just dependent upon, my life isn't contingent on one good trade. It's like, that's too small of a thinking. Your mindset has to come up to where, like, no, we need a lot of funding. We need a lot. God's going to send me the solutions are just not going to stop for me to get funding. Like, I don't care how much it costs, but God's going to send, if I lose this challenge, then God's responsible for providing 10 more. Heaven's going to give you multiple amounts of resources for you to accomplish the mission. So it's not based off of one loss. It's not based off of one challenge, but all of heaven's backing is for you to succeed. So whatever you lose, there's about 10 to 1,000 times more of it coming to your aid. And you can't stop and look at what you lost because there's more coming. You're going to lose what's coming.
Yeah.
Like we're going to be successful. We say this all the time in the community. That doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean that we're going to suffer losses, but it does mean that we're going to take territory.
Yes.
Today we're a lot further than where we were yesterday.
Yes.
Whether we won or lost, it's it's the journey that God has put before us.
Yeah.
And so your job and responsibility just to appreciate the journey as it goes. The wins and the losses, like treat them all the same. Eat the challenges for breakfast. You know, you blow an account. Yeah, I blew that. That's a testimony. I had legions of accounts. You know, it's a testimony.
Hey, it's a T-shirt, Tim. I eat challenges for breakfast.
I eat challenges for breakfast. I'm gonna get that. I eat challenges for breakfast. Don't talk to me about a challenge. That's my morning breakfast.
Come on now. Listen. Hey, and Denise, what you were saying about do not unplug from the community. Like, the enemy loves isolation. He loves to get you in an isolated place. And if you're isolated and you're alone, that's when he can tear you up. We are so much stronger together.
Yes.
We are apart. And there's so much strength in community, in good kingdom, solid community like we have. But we also have the ability to pick up the shield of faith.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quench every fiery dart of the enemy. And that's those thoughts that he tries to send to our minds. Those little thoughts saying you can't do it. You can pick up the shield of faith. How do you pick up the shield of faith? You can pick it up by reading your word. The word of God tells you who you are.
Yes.
It tells you who you are in him. Yeah. So
it's terrorism. Like that shield of faith is so important.
Yes.
Like so you can wake up. I call them just chatter. I call them, you hear the chattering spirits. It's like you go to sleep with them. They're in the dream. They show up in the dreams. You wake up. It's just a chatter that goes on that you can pick up. And being spiritual beings, it's you live in a spiritual world. So every voice isn't from God. And there is some things that's trying to prevent you from moving forward. And so to wake up, you have to put on that shield. You have to snatch down every thought that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. You have to pull those strongholds down. They'll try to set up a stronghold in your life so that you do not make a right decision. Like your behavior has to be in subject with the word of God, so much so that anything else you're willing to fight up against it. It's just like it has to be a way of life. For advancers, maybe other people could do this and whatnot, but for advancers, for those chasing God and following God's plan, this has to be a way of life. The attack's going to come, the mental thoughts are going to come, all of these things are going to come, but you have to make up in your mind, I will not give up. I'll believe God no matter what I see. I'll believe it, and then know that you will be tested on it. Like you'll give a word and you'll be tested on the word right away. It's like it's a part of it. It's a part of it. It's like this is the life that we live with God. We're in the way. We walk in the way. That's the way. It's just a part of it.
I love it. I love it. Well, we got Nedra. I see you, Nedra. How you doing? You ready to come on? We're gonna bring you on.
My girl is here this morning. Hey, Nedra.
All I could think when Tim said that he eats challenges for breakfast, I wanted to say, I've been eating them for breakfast too, but I've been eating bosses for lunch.
Oh man.
Yeah, it is a process.
We got to get those t-shirts made.
Listen, I'm texting Shanita this morning, okay? I need a shirt.
Oh, man.
Like quickly, I need a shirt. Give me the small, the medium, the large, the extra large, and the 2X. I'm distributing them, okay?
You're going to sell out. Give me as much as you can.
I'm going to distribute them. Look, one
Oh,
Sunday
man.
we all just gonna come in church. I eat challenges for breakfast. Everybody, okay?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Sherry will be on the praise team with her T-shirt on. Okay?
Oh, man.
And that slogan applies to any challenge of your life.
Does.
Yeah.
It's like life.
I like that.
You know?
Yeah. That's good. That's good right there.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta wake up with your armor on and ready for the day.
Hey,
And what you
every
speak
day.
is everything.
Mhm.
That's why when the enemy comes speaking lies to you, you speak the truth to him.
Yeah.
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 Because like I said, we ain't no punks in the kingdom.
Hey,
Ain't no punks in the kingdom.
hey.
Ain't no punks
That's
in the
another T-shirt. We you know what? We need a T-shirt line.
Oh, man. I'm going to get these shirts. I'm going to get these shirts.
Listen.
I'll write this down.
This is why I love our group,
Yeah.
right? This is why it has been, to me, it's been so much more powerful now that we say face to face, right?
Yeah.
But this has been dynamic. It really has been.
Yeah.
It really has been dynamic. Just being on and seeing each other, the camaraderie and the laughs. We're serious, but we know how to have fun together.
Oh, yeah.
We know
Oh,
how
yeah.
to do what
Don't
we
do that.
do and have fun together. So,
Yeah.
it's all good. All
Yeah.
good.
Well, we got the Viking Trader in the building with us this morning. We missed you, Billy, this week. I know you weren't feeling the best, but how you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling much better. Yeah, thanks for kind of holding the fort down over the last couple of days. Had a migraine over the last couple of days, so it's like, I'm just gonna stay away from the charts. Still tuned in to hear the devotionals and be able to see you guys and stuff. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. So looking forward to getting into it and seeing what we could do this morning. But great word this morning, Dr. Denise.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. And I, I love what Tim said. I eat challenges for breakfast. And like Tara says, that's that can apply to anything in life. Life is full of challenges. And I think if we keep that kind of mentality that I eat challenges for breakfast, it's gonna help you, go a long way. And I think it's gonna help open opportunities for you as well that you just didn't see before.
Yes, for sure.
Because there's an opportunity and a challenge, but we're not gonna go there. I can preach on that
one. Right.
All day.
Well, in like we were talking about yesterday, Terrace, too. When you meet those challenges and some of the best lessons you learn are from a challenge. If you fail, you learn something from it. And if you keep that positive attitude that I didn't just fail, but I learned something. Then that's also going to help you. Like Dr. Denise was saying this morning, basically, you just don't dwell on yesterday. You can learn from it, but don't dwell there. And I think that there's a lot of power in that positive mental thinking there.
Billy, what did you say FAIL stands for yesterday?
First attempt in learning.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. I heard that years ago.
Write notes for these T-shirts because
I got it. Well, I'm writing down. I got my pen. I'm writing all this stuff down. These are T-shirts.
Me too.
First attempt in learning. I like that.
Yeah.
I had never heard that, but I love it. First attempt in learning.
And it's funny. I'd heard that years ago, and it just kind of popped into my head. I had the migraine and stuff, and I was just kind of thinking about things and that phrase popped into my head, and I'm like, man, that's good. I can't believe I forgot about that. I think there's a lot of power in that because, really, take anybody that's successful. Pick your favorite athlete or whoever. I like to talk about Michael Jordan. He's got an amazing story where he failed to be on the freshman basketball team in high school, and he went home, he practiced, and he's arguably one of the best basketball players in history. And he's the GOAT, and had he taken that loss as a teenager and just pivoted from there and, you know, I can't play basketball and just did something else, we wouldn't have Michael Jordan today. We wouldn't have, you know, the Nikes and all that other stuff. You know, so you know, just being able to take, you know, something like that and use it as motivation is very powerful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's there is a quote. I was listening to Kenny. I'll post it in our Discord later. But Kenny Smith, he said a quote that went viral, and he says, people aren't necessarily extraordinary. They just do the ordinary extra.
Yeah.
And it's like that piece of like, I'm so committed that what people do every day in the charts or whatever you're doing, whatever efforts you have, like I overdo it to the point where it looks extraordinary. I just did it so much that of that ordinary so extra that it looks extraordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you take on that mindset, just the way that we take on challenges, even with the challenges, it was like when Billy was talking, I was like, there are growth opportunities.
Yeah.
Like we should start just calling that, like, you go purchase another growth opportunity. Like it's more than just you know, me trying to pass to get. It's like, no, you're growing into something. Just like what Billy said with Michael Jordan, you're growing. What am I becoming? What am I becoming? And it's those growth opportunities that we look forward to. So yeah, great discussion this morning. Great discussion.
And the great thing with futures, you know, that we have made this pivot to futures is that the challenges are inexpensive. Like you're not spending, you know, $400.
Ain't that God? Oh my God! Isn't that God? That's all God all day. Oh my goodness!
Pay challenge right now is 90% off.
Oh my goodness! When I saw that,
yeah. So now you can really, you know, purchase that challenge, and you don't think that you're, you know, throwing away the bank just to do it, or if you fail it, that the reset is $50 opposed to spending another $400 for another challenge is really a blessing.
Listen, this was a God move.
And I think that definitely helps ease the mind too with trading the challenges, because then it's not, you know, oh man, I just lost, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars because I made some mistakes, because that will definitely play with your head way more than $50 will.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even though I was eating those $50 like popcorn at one point.
right. And it can add up. It can add up, but it gives you more opportunities.
Just here's another one. Here, take my money. Yeah.
Listen, I stopped with the $50. I was like, well, I might as well just cancel this one and buy a new one. It's cheaper. Like
it's cheaper.
Like, it comes to the $50 a trade. That's what it comes down to. $50 a trade.
Yeah, but I like what Dr. Ann said the other day too about how, you know, with you know, you pay for your education, right? And so basically, you know, the challenges are the price of admission.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is, it's tuition. But no, that email came through yesterday from Apex, and I had to share it with the group. I was like, this is all God right here, because this like and then there was like, I tried to look for, you know, where the catch was, and I just couldn't find a catch to it.
No catch.
You know, it was like there's no catch to it. Like, oh wow.
I had already purchased one before I even saw your post. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wait, what? I'm
not going to tell you how many I purchased last night. I don't even want to say the number.
I was like,
at that price, I was like, oh, I gotta get all of these.
Tim's like, I want all the challenges.
Listen, $18 for a $250,000 challenge.
Man.
That's unheard of.
Yeah. He said you could have up to 20. So I was like, let me see how close I can get to that 20.
Look, you're at 19 and a half right now.
Oh man, at that price, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, really? Yeah. Right now they're running that special. Look in our chat. you'll see. I think it's the code Save Now. We'll give you 90% off.
Yeah.
On Apex.
Yeah, 90% off, and then the and really when you get funded, you have to pay the PA, and you can either do a monthly or a lifetime. That's really the big piece to me. Is like, I think before it was like $300 or $400 per for a lifetime. Yeah,
280.
For the 250 it was 280. I thought it was like 3 something.
Oh, for the 250 one. Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
paid
250
for the 150. So
yeah. So it's like $300 or $400 for the 250. And so now that 250 is only $80, $85, something like that.
For the lifetime, yeah, 85.
For the lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah. So one time, and
so if you pass the challenge in 1 month, then you're essentially paying like $100 and something for that 250.
Yeah, that's just
unbelievable.
That's crazy. And I like the drawdown piece. You know, it's like you get the 250, you get like 6,000, I think it is, 60, in drawdown.
Yeah, 665. I
think.
Yeah, and so it's I could trade it the same way as I would like 100K.
Yep.
You know, so I won't ever come close to touching that drawdown. But a lot of the moves, especially if you're trading like NQ or something, you're gonna get that drawdown. You may get a bad entry, so you need that room for it to do what you want to do.
Right.
That's the piece I like the most too. Like, I'm just like, all right, I can play with this. I got some room on this. It's not a little 3,000, trailing, but I can play with 6,500 and make things happen.
You can put that 100 contracts on it.
I was gonna say it makes it easier to trade that Mr. 100 contracts.
Yeah. Well, now I can trade 200 now.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
We're in expansion. It's 200 now.
Well, cover y'all ears. Cover your ears. Don't listen to this.
Do not try this at home. Do not, disclaimer, do not try this at home.
It's definitely an enter at your own risk kind of deal.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Tim, I know we got some big news, I think, coming out today.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to transition over into our headline news. Tim's going to give us the rundown of everything going on today.
Oh, yeah. Headlines is going to be interesting today. What we have in the market, we have quite a bit. But let me bring you this headliner news, because this is the day that we've been waiting on with headline news. The one thing that moves the market is CPI month to month. You have CPI quarter to quarter, CPI year to year, but CPI month to month moves the market. And that's what we're going to get today. It's the one driver that you can pretty much count on if the market's stuck in consolidation. It's that thing that kicks it out of consolidation and gets it moving. That and Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Those are the two things that you got to look for. Let me share my screen here. Go to Forex Factor. So here you can see it, and it is less than or a little more, about 32 minutes. Let's call it 32 minutes. CPI month to month, and then we get CPI year to year, and then we get core CPI month to month. At 7:30, market is going to move. That is going to carry us for the next couple weeks. This one report. Biggest report. Don't really have to do much headline news today. It is CPI month to month is here. That's all we have to look forward to. So let's run through the plays for headline news. CPI month to month, it's 0.4% is what it increased from the previous month to last month. 0.4%. If that goes higher, that's going to be good for the US dollar, but it's going to be a bad sign for indices and metals. Dollar is going to gain strength, which we'll look at that. Dollar's at a critical area. Dollar is going to gain strength, but indices and gold is going to go down. If that number comes out negative, which we highly doubt, but if it comes out negative, the dollar is going to drop way down. But U.S. indices are going to go way up. Gold is going to go way up. Metals are going to go way up. All right. So here's the thing with headline news and CPI. Yesterday, we got a PPI report. That was the production. That was the manufacturers. They said costs went up yesterday. That's what PPI says. Well, if cost goes up, consumers are going to pay more. So we can expect that a possibility that costs will go up. That number will be positive. If so, we'll look for levels where we will catch shorts for the indices. So that's the play for the day. That's the headline news that we have for today.
Yeah. So not a lot, but a lot.
Not a lot, but a lot.
Yeah. I do look forward to this day. I look forward to this day because you know the market's going to move. Now it's just going to be us marking out our levels, looking to where it can move, and then hopefully looking for some shorts, or some buys. But we'll get into that. But yeah, great job, Tim.
Yeah. So is it that time? Let me throw up the disclaimer first.
It's that time first. Yes. We have our disclaimer. Trading involves substantial risk of loss, and it is not suitable for all individuals. Any live streaming or trading activities is for educational and entertainment purposes only. The content provided is not intended as a financial advice and should not be construed as such. Viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. The host or hosts of this live stream do not guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or reliability of any information presented and shall not be held liable for any losses incurred as a result of trading decisions made based on the content of the stream. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Viewers participate in trading activities at their own risk. Do your research, folks. Hey.
It's that time.
It is that time. We are entering into the red zone. We are going to go through, analyze charts. Everyone out there in YouTube land, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. If there's something that you want us to take a look at, put it in the chat. We'll do some live analyzing for you there as well. But let's get it going this morning. So we know we've got news. Let's see what levels we are going to be looking for. Who wants to start us off this morning? Billy wants to start us off this morning and go over platinum.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Because I'm sure you looked at it.
Oh, I did. Here, 1 second. Let me share my screen here. Can y'all see? Yeah, there you go. I see my screen now. So what I was looking at, so let me go to the 4 hour because we could see it a little bit better here. So I saw this the other day where we had this bottom trend line that it was bouncing off of, and then we had this upper trend line that it was support there, turned resistance, and I was expecting it to come up to there the other day, when it was down in here. And yesterday I almost caught, I caught the buys on that, and then news wicked me out before it ran. But that was a good run there. And so it did break that trend line, and we're kind of in outer space here. So we're above these peaks here. Price is right at this peak and here. So you could argue that at this point, we've got some structure here because we had resistance across here, a little bit of support here and here, kind of some indecision there, support, and then it turned resistance. So we could, if we put a line pretty much where price action is right now, maybe slightly higher, but it's kind of in that zone with that trend line there. So really what I'm looking at here is seeing what the CPI news is, because we kind of broke out of that, came back and retested. Here, let me move these boxes out of the way so they're not lighting up on us. But we're kind of in that zone, so we need to kind of break out and do a retest in either direction. With lines, it looks like it had that breakout. This is a retest, and it could possibly go up. But it's more of a zone if you look at it back here, because there's a couple of areas that it could turn support or resistance off of. So kind of just seeing how it's going to react at this level. Technical wise, to me, we had this shark fin. Price is not moving as fast as that TDI. So it kind of looks like this could be the breakout, a retest, and then continue higher. But the CPI news could change that. If the dollar is positive, we'll probably get a drop in it, come back up and retest this area, and then continue to the downside. What I'm expecting too is if the dollar is positive and platinum drops, we've got this channel. It's more of like a cone that's opening up. We could get a pretty good drop and kind of do what platinum has done here, where it just trends down. It trends down here, trends back up. We could get that trend back down. If the dollar's negative and it goes up, we could potentially even come up and like retest these highs way up here and continue that trend up. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Just going to see how, what the news is, how platinum treats it, and what kind of breakout we get from here, whether it's going to be a trend back down or a continuation up to retest those other highs.
Yeah, I like the buys on that run. This pullback seems like a healthy pullback. Areas of where it's going to be liquid too is going to be important. And right now, it's enticing buyers right now at this price. Yeah. The 1 hour looks great, and all the time frames below that on the TDI looks good. You get either divergence or shark fins from the 1 hour and lower. But I do like 1050 as the psychological number, as the next area to be hit. And that's where the consolidation was looking left, is 1050. I'm on the 5 minute, but 1050 seems around that area. You have consolidation right below it. So yeah.
And we got these fair value gaps right below that as well.
Yeah, that fair value gap should be right at 1050, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yep. The top of it is exactly 1050.
Yeah. Yeah, so that would be the area I would look for buys, just see if that area holds. But lower time frames look like it's setting up for that.
Yeah. And one of the interesting things about it as well is, if you look at the hour here, it's been very bullish. And then with how far price has come down versus the TDI, like this TDI has dropped a lot faster than price, especially if you take this run here, that was this here, and then price dropped way below, TDI dropped way below that, but our price is still way above it. So
yeah,
it could be just building strength to then just rebound this thing to that upside. And I think if that happens, there's a pretty good potential that eventually it'll get here. It won't do it in one day, but we could expect, some continuation patterns or something to eventually get up there.
Yeah. And then, see, that's what I'm going to I'm gonna put that trade box on. I got stop loss somewhere around. I'm gonna see if 1050 holds. We'll probably get there before the news. So, and you know, CPI is going to be quick spikes. So it's going to spike down to support and then go in the direction, or just spike down and continue going. So, gotta be ready for these levels. 1050 around that area between 1050 and 1045 is where I have my levels marked for quick spike down.
Where between that box and that box, yeah.
Yeah, if it falls lower, if it breaks 1045, I would start looking down around, and then if it breaks below 1040, I'll just start looking at those retests and potentially come down to 1020. But don't think it'll come that far down.
Yeah. Now the only thing that I was looking at too that's a bit of a concern with this fall is that this bottom band has curved and is now pointing down. You know, is that then gonna just create a slide, you know, for it to come down further? But other than that, you know, that's kind of the one thing going against the trade that I can see. Because I think just as important as trying to find a reason to get into one is why not to get into one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
see what's going against you.
Let me share Nikkei real quick. I think we got something that potentially could be something really quick. I was looking at this last night on Nikkei. I was trading between the what time frame was I on? Was I on the 1 minute? No. I must be on the 5 minute. I was looking for a break of the 5 minute 50 up to the 200, and then possibly going into the highs. But this one, let me get rid of everything because it looks kind of messy. So where we're at right now, this looks like support. We've been on this trend, and we sort of hit some. I got this level, but we sort of hit some highs here, which was an important level that produced some lows. But when those lows are produced, it starts to stair step down. And so we're at a critical moment right now where hours getting low. 4 hours still looks like it's coming down. But then when you start getting the hour, I think we're going to get that counter trend pullback here. It's really not counter trend on the hour, 4 hour and the higher time frames. It's with trend, but on the lower time frames, it'll be counter trend. But what I'm seeing right now is it's just coming down for a retest, and it's been stuck here. And so this is the move that I was in last night. Caught it from the bottom and wanted to push that up, and it didn't go anywhere. So usually when that's a failed auction, I look at it as for the retest at that same level for the better entry. And so that retest is happening now, which is giving us that divergence that we like to see. And when you look at that divergence, and then especially on the 1 minute where you get those deep shark fins that come down on Nikkei, that we could be potentially catching the move that will send us up to the high. And when you turn on a lot of the MAs and whatnot, what we're getting support on is right on this 5 minute 800 here. And then the 1 hour 50, a lot of convergence that's happening on this area that could potentially come to retest the highs on this. So I'm paying attention to this one as well, at least up to VWAP. And this Nikkei has no micros futures, so it's all E-minis. And so you got to think about contract size to go in, or how you're going to go in. Just a couple contracts can be a lot to take it from the 1 hour 50 up to the VWAP, session anchor VWAP. That could be a move that I'm going to be looking at this morning. It is correlated to the dollar, so it will be impacted by CPI news as well. But I think we may be able to see this level hold. That's what the lower time frames is showing. And if this level breaks, if this level breaks here, then the trend line would be the next level that I would look at for buys. But it's going to buy. It doesn't matter if it happens here or if it's going to happen down here. Lower time frames are saying it's going to happen right here. So I do want to point that out as possible entries. It's kind of difficult to get in before the news, but contemplating of entering a small position right here for a possible push up, carrying that from the 5-minute 800 up to the 200 and possibly up to VWAP. So thinking about, I may enter a position here. I'll let everybody know if I do, but I may enter a position here. But that's all I wanted to point out. I'm going to bring this one up to the top as well. I know we're looking at platinum at 1050. So I'll bring those two up. Nikkei at where it's at right now. I kind of want to enter this position. I just want to show what that contract size will do with this. So that would be a $400 risk right now where it's at to make 1200. So it's like a 1 to 3 right now where it's at. So I think I'm gonna put in one contract right here, and then if that 400 is broke, then the next level would be here. So for possible technicals lining up with fundamentals, I just like this play where it's at. So I got one contract in. If it drops down, I'm only risking 400. If it drops down to this level, then I'll look at that level. But I kind of want to be in this play. And I think there may be an opportunity for even break even and buying it cheaper. All right. That's all I got. That's all I'm looking at. What's everybody else looking at?
I'm looking at US 30, but I'm going to wait. I want to see what CPI does. CPI is what, in like 15 minutes?
Yeah. So
I'm going to see what it does, but it is sitting at this 4-hour zone. There's some good zones on US 30 right now because that 4-hour downtrend was really good. So I have some levels marked out.
You want to share screen?
Okay.
We see what levels, because these levels are going to be important before pre-market in case we get, so if we get negative news and price just shoots up, we know that's a pump and dump. So to see the levels that of possible, where possible resistance is going to be so that we can enter into the sales or vice versa would be key.
I hope it doesn't look too messy here.
That's
Can you see?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking at like how price is kind of sitting in this level right here. It touched this level several times. If you look to the left, a few touches actually over here, 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 here. So it's kind of sitting in this zone. So I'm curious to see what it's going to do when CPI comes out, whether or not it's going to break up toward the top. And if that's the case, then I'll, see whether I'm going to look for sales back down or if it's going to come down here and retest this area as support to look for buys to go back up. So that's what I'm kind of seeing how structure plays out after the news.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're sitting, I think we're at like a 1 hour 50 right now. Yeah, like it's sitting on the 1 hour 50 right now. 1 hour 200 is down here at this level. We got the session anchored VWAP down here as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to see what price is going to do after CPI. I have to drop my daughter off to school. So during CPI news, that's where I'll be. And then when I get back,
a good place to be.
Right. Keeps me from jumping into anything. But then when I get back, I'll start to look at it again.
Yeah. I mean, is anybody anticipating CPI to be negative? I know we're not going to predict it, but just looking at the economy, it'd be surprising if we get negative. It kind of changes everything. If CPI is negative, and then that year to year, also, if that comes in negative, that would be very surprising. And I think that would change the outlook of how investors are looking at and what they think FOMC is going to do.
Right.
Right now, everybody's pricing in CPI being positive and inflation being positive. And an important thing during the press conference yesterday, or not press conference, it was Fed Chair Powell speaking. He said that he had made mention that they're not planning to bring interest rate back down. Was very hawkish, had very little dovish talk. And then he turned around and said that inflation is coming down slowly, and was we haven't heard from him before. So, a lot of that talk was a part of that sell off, and then the rally was related to what he was saying. And so that CPI is really going to be an indicator of that.
But from the look of this bullish, it seems like it would like to come down a little bit.
Breathe a little bit. I mean, there's the market's optimistic, and indices, you're always thinking that it's going to go up. Like that's the first choice because it's the U.S. indices, so they these companies want to go up. But these healthy pullbacks are interesting because it's like that. It just makes price cheaper, and it entices more buyers.
Yeah.
So that pullback down. Now, if it just drops out way down to those levels, I mean, a lot of people are going to be surprised with that, and it's going to bring in a lot of buyers. And all of that is fair value for once we break through this 39,660 level and start to come down, all of that is fair value. That hasn't been tested yet from that rally up.
Yeah.
From yesterday.
Yeah, so that's what I'll be looking at today, to see how price reacts to CPI, and then piggybacking off of that.
Well, that's good. It's so not necessarily. Are you just waiting for the opening bell, or are you?
I'm probably gonna wait for the opening bell. I'm gonna let CPI play out at 8:30 my time, and then when I get back, I'll start to assess and then wait for opening bell. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. But if I see something beforehand, I will get in. But
that's the smartest move is to wait until everything shakes out.
Plays out. Yeah. Because a lot of times you can see like a clear direction after the volatility. So I've been a part of the volatility many times, and I don't like it. It's very intense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially with the shorter moves that I'm trying to do with the news candles, it will wick me right out.
Yeah.
So I need less volatility if I'm gonna stick with my strategy.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. That's some sound wisdom, everybody. That's sound wisdom. Don't put one contract in before news.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump off for a little because I have to take my daughter to school.
Okay. She don't want to take the day off for CPI?
I know, right?
I mean, there still is some education in learning how to trade charts,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop her off at school, and then I'll jump back on with you guys when I come back. You want to say hi?
Okay.
Yeah. You're live.
Hey,
Good
there she
morning.
is. Good morning. Good morning.
She's been waiting for her debut.
Yeah.
Have a
All
good
right.
day at school.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so Nika, yeah, I mean, they're right for news. It's important. So, let's do a poll in the community. And how many think that I should move it to break even on Nikai? I'm gonna do this poll. Break even or leave the stop loss in place or close the trade. So let's ask the community. Let me put some options up here. Move the stop loss to break even. What was the other one? Close the trade or leave the SL in place. So we're gonna poll, what should Tim do? All right, so you should see that poll in the chat. We need the community to help me out with this trade. Help me out. What should I do here?
It looks like US 30 just kind of took off a little bit, heading up.
Yeah.
With 4 minutes before news.
All right, so the decisions are coming in right now. So 50% says move it to break even. 20% says close the trade. I need to know who the 20% that says leave the stop loss in place. Who wants me to? I think that's Terrace and Billy.
I think they just like to watch you live dangerously, Tim. I like Dr. Lakeisha says, close it in Jesus' name. She doesn't want to see you lose.
Oh man, let's see. All right, so I got to go with the majority. What did the majority say? So we're at 67% says move it to break even. So let's go ahead and move it to break even. And so now the trade is protected. Thanks to the audience. Now, if I get wicked out right there and then it just takes off, I'm coming for the 67%. Yeah. No, that's good. So 57% said break even. So we moved it to break even. 28% said close the trade. And 14% says leave the stop loss in place. So right now we got a risk-free trade. It's at break even. So we'll let this one play out. See where it goes from here.
Well, let me ask Tim, what was your initial thought on that? What should you have done?
On these, I usually am okay with the loss that I've already lost the $400 in my mind. Like when I set that stop loss there, in my mind, that $400 is gone. So I want to let it play out, and I would kind of want to move or lose the 400 because you got to think about it. If this goes down and hits me out at break even, I'm now making decisions in the midst of the action. Mm-hmm. I'll have no time to get back in. I'm just gonna have to make judgment calls on the fly, and that's not a good place to be. So I like to do it early. If it hits my stop loss, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
And just let it ride. That's the way I like to do it. But if I get momentum going, then I'll move it to break even. But before the move, I really don't mess with it.
It was kind of like me with Platinum yesterday. We got some momentum. I was like, I feel like this is a good time to put it at break even. And then the news came out and it perfectly touched my break even. And then it just took off. And I don't even want to tell you how much I should have made yesterday off that one.
Hey, real quick, guys, we got 10 seconds for
10
news.
seconds. All right,
Yep,
somebody got eyes on the news just to see where it's at. I'm going to put eyes on price action.
3, 2, 1. It is pending.
There it goes. Look at that. Look at that.
Dang.
It's going in my direction.
Look at that.
Let's go. Let's make some money. All right. So it must have came out negative. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, month to month came out as forecasted at 0.3%. Less than the previous, though. Core retail came out at forecasted 0.2%, which is less than previous, which previous was 1%. It looks like CPI month to month, is negative.
Yeah, I'm gonna close this trade because if it lets me, it's looking for orders. We have to get short positions to get the orders.
Yeah.
So
That's all right. Just let it ride to the upside.
Yes, it's leaving me in.
Yeah, Empire State Manufacturing Index came in negative 15.6. So overall, it's negative.
So this is one of those things where I have to go to the broker and flatten all my positions because it's not manually letting me do it on TradingView, which is crazy. But when that much volume comes in, I guess it's not finding orders in the opposite direction. So to take me out of that position, which is one of the risks with trading high volume news.
Hey, Mia said she made 2,000. She's done.
Nice. What trade were you in? Nikkei. Oh, you were in Nikkei. Oh, nice. Dr. Lakeisha was in Nikkei too. Oh, nice.
Hey, Dr. Lakeisha trying to tell you to close it out while she's in it.
He made 1,700.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And I'm just sitting here on the sidelines.
Yeah.
You're in a safe place. You're in a safe place.
I'm just waiting, waiting for things to shake out.
I should have hit that buy on platinum just before news because it hit that 1050 mark and just boom, took right off.
Did it? Yeah, that's what that area. Yeah, that was 1050. Oh, that was that. Yeah, so that was that looked good as well. These look good for buys. Everything was screaming buys on platinum as well, and that was. Now, I I understand what Nedra was talking about. It's like you don't want to trade that in before news, but a lot of times, like if TDI was sitting in the middle, I kind of would have not looked at this in the same manner. Now I may catch the sale back down on this one, FYI. But if TDI was in the middle, I probably wouldn't do it. But all the time frames, when you get that time frame confluence, all of it screamed that it was going for the buys, and it was just waiting down here. But it was setting up where that's the thing where technicals meet fundamentals, and it just went up and kissed VWAP. So no, good trade. Dr. Lakeisha was in, Mia was in. They both made good money today, and we made some money. We made some money in pre-market. I didn't make as much. So you know what? You can't talk about my risk management. If they made 2,000, their contracts, can you just post it there, Mia and Dr. Lakeisha, how many contracts you put on Nikkei? Because something tells me, I went in with one and made 800. So something tells me that you two went in a little heavier. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Listen, that's between me and Jesus. man, that's funny. No, good job. Good job. Yeah. So now we're looking at this is why I got out of that trade. And I think this is going to be a good setup for us. Is if news came out negative for CPI, that changes everything. That tells us that inflation is getting under control. So we're going to see DXY start to fall out because the DXY was at a critical area, and we're going to see DXY start to push down. Now we may get the V pattern, but it's going to push down for a while. Everything about that report is going to make indices and metals very bullish. And so we may see some all-time high type opportunities. And so now we got to look for any retracement that gets us back into the buys here. And so let's just watch these especially at market, like when we're talking about jumping into the pre-market and holding a long position. That's going to be very key, because a negative CPI should push these to the highs. So I'm gonna start to look at where do we retrace to, or where are we going to get that opportunity. And so now that we know what news was. Okay, you had 3. Okay, so Dr. Lakeisha, you put in 2 contracts. That's not bad. That's not bad. Mia had 3. That's not bad either. So no, good job on both of those. Good job. Yeah, good job on both of those. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go in heavier, but I've been setting a bad example for going heavy on live, so
it happens to him.
It does. I've been setting a bad example, so I try to be more conservative, ease myself into it. Oh, so Mia's gonna taking the money and running. You're taking the money and run. No, that's good. Good day today, Mia. Have a good one. Have a good one.
Platinum made a pretty good retracement. It jumped up and then it fell right back down.
Yeah. Technical are saying that shark fin is starting to play back the move. But I don't think it's a pump and dump. Let's look at DXY. Yeah, DXY is retracing. It's got the divergence there. So we may see a V pattern, but we're still looking for DXY to short today, just based off of CPI news. So we're not confused with that. And then retail sales fail. Core CPI fell a little bit. So we're starting to get the retracement. So USD should be Empire State Manufacturing Index fell. So we should, then CPI month to month fell, or retail sales, month to month fell. So we're not confused regarding direction of DXY. Like that news doesn't push it and produce new highs. And let's look at where we opened up at. So this session opened up right at 105. And so it never put in that's the high of the day. And so expect that whole day candle to be red today. 105 was the opening high. Let me do this. What am I looking for? I haven't used these buttons in a while. I think it's this one, data window. Yeah. All right, so when we hover over that, yeah, the high of the day is 105.063. So we don't expect that to be broken today. We're going to stay lower than that. And we start looking at levels that we're coming down to, potential levels that we're coming down to. We may even see that level get broke, but this is that next zone. So probably going from 105 open today down to touch the 103.5, 103.8, 104 area down here. So we're not indecisive concerning that move. And these are going to create their all-time highs based on CPI. So this is ES, S&P. We're getting the retracement candle. We're just getting a lot of those orders filled. This is a nice 5-minute shark fin that's playing out. And so S&P, we're going to look for the buys around VWAP. I'm going to put the alert here. That's going to be a good move. And let's just do that for all of these. US 30. We're going to look around VWAP for a lot of these moves. And then NQ, same thing. Oh, NQ is already there. So that was okay. Yes, I didn't do that. Yeah, I think we got some buying, a nice buy area around that. That's going to give us a lot of that move back. I don't think we'll take back all of the move, but let's just watch the 5-minute TDI to see what that does. And gold didn't really go too far. That was like a glass ceiling for gold. Like it just hit spiked up there, but it's going to break that today. So let's look for gold around the daily VWAP as well. Yeah, you can't tease me with those. That's almost a tweezer bottom. Like that should be, we should be in this trade around here. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. But we're going to see if it comes down. All right. I do want to pay attention. We got crude oil reports today, too. So I want to jump over to oil. Because we've been talking about this level being hit. And right now we got the level being hit again. So I think we got a nice setup on oil today too. That's going to come at 9 o'clock, a half hour after news. So we may get another opportunity down here. I'm going to put some alerts down here just in case we retest down here, especially with risk off of the dollar. We may see oil go up. Yeah, that's all Bitcoin needed was a little US dollar retracement, and that's going off. All right, so what's your thoughts on what are you looking at? Oh, we got Nedra, we're going to bring you back up.
Yeah, I'm still looking at US 30 as well.
I missed all the excitement.
It's a buddy.
I see it shot up and broke that that 4 hour level.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of
and
kicking myself for not buying platinum. It's almost about at my take profit point, which would have been $2,500.
Yeah. No, it's just the technicals lined up with it, with everything. It's like you had a lot of technical confluence before news, and as a technical trader, you know, you respect the technicals. If you think that it's going to make a difference or anything, but a lot of times those technicals are going to line up with the fundamentals.
Did anyone catch the buy? There were some good shark fins.
Yeah, not all. We were in Nikkei.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nikkei buys did the same thing, so we hit our take profit on Nikkei.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the one you were looking at. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. It went right up to the VWAP too.
Yeah. So we're kind of looking at the VWAP for potential buy entries since CPI was negative today. So if we get any retracements back down, we're looking at where we're going to take the buys. Because it's going to be a bullish day today.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it has to come back down.
Yeah, we're sort of in that this was the push up, and now it's like inching its way down to that VWAP. So did it hit the level that you had marked out?
No.
Okay, so we're probably in
at 4 hour level.
Yeah, what price is that at?
It's nowhere near it. So I have the bottom of it marked at 41.83.
Oh, okay. So that's way up there.
Yeah, and the very top of it, like if it went all the way to the top, it would be 40.313. So yeah, it's a long way.
Yeah. Do you think that this is a lower or a higher low? That's the question on this 3 minute.
On the 3 minute. A higher low to continue up. This one right here.
Yeah, this it's hitting the one that last low that was put in. It retraced about 50% of the move.
Yeah, let me throw a fib on it. I didn't. Why is it at year 50 but not mine? Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm just capturing the candle.
Oh, you started there. Okay, I see.
Yeah. Let me just do a higher time frame just so we can.
Yeah, that's where I have mine.
Yeah, that could be the higher low right there.
It could be, but if it is, it already left without us.
Yeah,
it would be too late to get into that.
Too expensive. Especially
yeah, there was a good double body on the 30 seconds, and then a little divergence there on the 30 seconds, and then it went up.
Yeah, there it goes.
I'm gonna jump off and start getting Liam ready for school, and I'll try to join you guys back here in a bit.
All right, man. Take it easy. What's your goal for the day?
I'm gonna try to do anywhere between 500 and 1,000 a day.
Nice. Did you get are you using the 250 on Apex?
I did not get that. So we had softball and stuff last night. Last night was real busy for us, so I didn't see that message until late, like I was going to bed.
Okay.
But I'm gonna look into that today because that's a great deal.
Yeah, look into that.
Yep. So, but yeah, appreciate that info.
And Billy, don't say you're gonna try to get between 500 and 1,000.
I am gonna get between 500 and 1,000.
That's right. That's right.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You eat challenges for breakfast.
Exactly. That's my new motto. That's my new motto right there. I'm stealing that one.
Oh yeah, you get it. You get it.
Yeah. So cool.
Right,
but real quick, it almost looks like we could create an M pattern on the 1 minute chart on US 30 to bring that back down for the potential buys. Almost looks like it might do that. So that might be something to look out for.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
So cool. But yeah, y'all have a great day.
All right, you too, Billy.
All right, thank you.
Too. Yeah, I missed my my entry. It would have been at 39,808. What time was that?
Sales?
No,
Or
for the
buys?
buy. That's 20. Yeah, because there was a double body on the 30 seconds, and a little shark fin divergence right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it went up for 25, but I missed that one.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
You had that buy value got 2 on the 1 minute, right at that level. So
Yeah, it was looking like a low.
Yeah,
Like it was a higher low right there.
yeah, it definitely was.
But
I'm
if what's that?
I'm getting antsy. I need to take a trade.
Got any more of the trades over there? Oh man.
I'm trying to get that one and done. Yesterday was another good day.
Oh, good.
I did 2,000 yesterday.
Nice.
I just need to do it again. Come on, I'm trying to get this.
You need it
challenge
again.
done. Yeah.
Yeah, I took a couple of days off, so I'm like, I feel the same way. I need, like, man, I missed that one.
Yeah. No, this is a good sell off because I was looking at what I was watching is if this higher low puts in a new high, because if it doesn't, that's a failed auction to the for the downside, and so right now we're not able to close above that, so we just got to watch it to see if the candle bodies are going to close above it. If not, we should be coming down. That's kind of what we're paying attention to is this low going to produce a new high? If so, the trend is established, and now we can start trading off of that trend. So that's what we're watching. See if we get. It's going to try it again. See if we get a failed attempt here. And watching candle bodies as that's going. Yes, it's not looking like it will. Let's look at NQ. Yeah, NQ's in the same spot.
Oh yeah, they almost look identical.
Yeah, they're all in the same spot. I think S&P is telling on everybody. S&P is the tattletale of the group. It's telling on the other two. But failed auction. Yeah. So we may be able to catch sales down to the VWAP, but I would like to see another push up just to retest it before we do that. Because it's not giving us any divergence at the moment.
Yeah, there's about 5 minutes left on this, 6 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. So I like to see how that plays out too.
Yeah, I may because the sales down.
Nice shark fin. Are you on the 15-minute now?
Yeah.
That shark fin is being created as well.
Yeah, that top band is still pointed up though, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely is pointed up.
Yeah, there is no seller exhaustion. There's all buyers right now
No.
that's in control. Um, so we're proceeding with caution here.
Yeah.
But
And there's no sell fair value gap anywhere on this 15 minutes. So
Mhm.
yeah, I like this sell off.
yeah.
Looks like a failed auction to the upside, but
Just gotta
yeah,
wait
we'll
to see
see.
where we find resistance.
Is this going to be liquidity right here?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna push up a little bit, like push up again, maybe, hopefully, and touch, retest that area.
Yeah, yeah, that would be
Really nice.
great if it did.
Mm-hmm.
Give us confirmation.
Yeah, I just don't really like the TDI at all on the 1 minute, or yeah, I guess the 15-minute is still looking like it could create a shark fin, but the TDI doesn't look that great to me.
Oh, on the 1 minute.
Yeah, on the 1 minute. Yeah, give me a push up to top band or something. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, not really a good place to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to see this right here. We want to see that exhaustion.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not ready yet. Or it's not showing signs that it is.
You're not going to fool us today.
not today.
Mm-mm.
Not today, Satan.
You say 4 minutes to the next 1 hour candle? Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're 2 minutes now. Yeah. And the
Yeah.
same for the 15 minute. So yeah, we have a new candle for 15 minute and 1 hour. It's definitely going to go up and make a little bit of a wick before, coming back down. So I think the next candle will be very telling.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. We get to push up and create that wick. I think I'm going to get short there.
Yeah. And then for New York Open, that's when we'll probably get our push.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for New York, I want to be long on at the open.
You want to be long at the Open?
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping that this push
pushes
down
down
happens
before then.
before. Yeah. All right, so this candle's opening now,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the next candle on the hour. That just hour's a little
No, not
different.
yet. Got like 45 more seconds.
Yeah, that was on the 1 minute. I just want to see what level it it touched at the top.
Tim, did you start your 250K challenge yet?
Did I? I think I got it up right here. This is it's up. This is only one, but I bought a lot of them. You see all those challenges? I bought a lot of them.
Tim.
I was like, oh, I'm getting a couple million in these days. Yeah. I was like, oh.
I thought about it. I did.
I was like, oh, I can get a few million in this.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I only got one.
Yeah,
I got one so far, but
I got one.
Yeah. I haven't started it. I'm still trading on this 100, and I got a 75 that I'm trying to get past this week. Oh, excuse me, I will get past this week just to be done, but then I'll start on that 250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it in, Tim?
Yeah, I just put on 10 micros. It's very small risk, but it's going down a VWAP. That next candle opened up. If it pushes up, it's not going to be too expensive for me.
He just left us, Harris. He didn't even give no heads up, no nothing.
I said I got the screen open, so I can't hide it. So I might as well, if I was debating if I wanted to put another 0 on that contract. Yeah, manually trading this right now. Just down. This failed auction right here just seems like it's going to push down before the open. And it's not too expensive to do it. Now, if I think if you look at my P&L, if you just look at my summary, and it'll say I take a lot of trades, a lot of that is just stuff like this. It's like they're really like $2. It's not going to break the bank.
Right.
And so it's like 100 here, 100 there. But then you'll see those big swings. Like yesterday, I lost, I think, 3,000. And then, was that yesterday or Monday? One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I think I lost on one of the accounts, I lost 1,000. On another account, I lost like 3,000. And over the last 2 days. And then, so you'll see those. And then you'll see like last week where I got 15,000. I think I did like 17,000 overall. And then, but in between those big moves, you're going to see like $100 here, $100 there.
Right.
So I think that's just more so me testing the market to see where it's at before going in heavy. Like, oh yeah, that worked out. Yeah, that Dr. Nick says 4 minutes. Yeah, so we just got in on that. We're on that hour candle. So the hour candle is pushing up to make a high first.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Yeah, then go to the low. So we'll see. And in Q, let's see what that's doing. They're all kind of moving at the same pace right now. We kind of got the same setup for all three of these. And even gold as well, which DXY is pushing up to get some of those orders filled back in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're kind of moving at the same pace. Now this retouch for platinum, it's going to be very telling just because it's already at the VWAP.
Lakeisha said I put 2 contracts on it. Was that for this trade or?
Oh, that was Nikkei.
Oh, that was Nikkei.
Yeah, Yeah, she made 1,700 on it, I think.
No way. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and then Mia made 2K
Oh, and
on it.
Mia did too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you guys did really good on that trade. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the chat right now. That's good.
Yeah, they jumped in. Could have been really good or really bad. It turned out really good this time.
That's good.
Yeah. All right, we're starting to get that push up now. We got the exhaustion on the downside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a 1 minute shark fin on US 30. Push it on up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be kind of telling too if it does go up from here.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see. We got 25 minutes before opening bell.
Yeah. Yeah. If it gives us any kind of push down before this bell hits. So we're just letting it work.
I would really like that.
Patience is the game. Patience is the game.
I know. I've come a long way. I really have. Come a long way.
All right, this is like $80. I think I'm gonna close this trade and see if I can buy it, sell it cheaper. Let me just put a stop loss in. We'll put $100.
Yeah, I feel like it's waiting for the the opening to make its real move.
Yeah, and if that's the case, I really wouldn't want to be in sales if we get closer to open. I think I'm gonna give this. This is more really a time restricted idea. It has to happen before 8:20. Really, 8:15 is when it has to happen before that candle opens up before the open.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen before then, I don't want to be involved. In the sales.
Yeah. Right. It's making its move down. Come on.
Got to break this level. Don't go back up. You got a nice engulfing candle. You got a nice hammer candle. And you just want to go back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Don't like that candle at all. Not an engulfing candle. So, yeah, I think I'll get out of this pretty cheap. Just a little $20 test there. I'm gonna move that over. Yeah, this account, and I've been trading these. I just went and got all these accounts, and I've been trading them. So I'm up 3,000 in one account.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up 2,500 in this one. So I just traded two of them, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Is that I'll just trade two at a time.
Yeah.
And just get it. I think on this 250, I gotta make what I gotta make.
15.
15. Yeah. Yeah. So 15.
You thought about doing the copier yet?
No, I don't really want to do that because I kind of want to be diversified. And if I have a couple million in with Apex, I don't want 10 accounts to do the same trade.
Yeah.
I would rather just trade one account and then take my payout or get that to a nice payout amount, and then not trade out of that, go to the next account and do the same thing in lieu of trading all of them at once.
That makes sense.
Yes, just to control the risk on it. And then what I would look to do is maybe when I get up to 20 accounts with Apex, set up a trade copier and trade 4 at a time.
Okay.
Do something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing 2 at a time.
Yeah, it makes sense to do it for that. So, but I'm gonna be in challenge mode with the ones I purchased yesterday. I would be in challenge mode for this month just to and really to replace. I lost a lot with Forex. Lost Fortune's funding. Now I just lost Funded Trader, lost what's the one that just closed yesterday? True Forex funds. They closed down. So I'm looking to replace that with futures. And I've been kind of light with futures, but going in. And now Top Step has a interesting sale going on, but you have to use their you got to use their Top Step X trade platform.
You can't use TradingView with them.
You can't use TradingView. You can use Tradeovate as the broker, but the discount doesn't apply to Tradeovate. So I was like, nah. They're like 5 times more than what ATF is.
Yeah, price is just ranging, just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, like you said, close it. It's I closed that one. I got out of it. That range right there is just not. Especially, it was really time. Like I wanted to do that before the 8:15 candle opened, because that's where a lot of volume comes in, and it wants to stay right here. So now I'm thinking about where I'm gonna get into buys.
This is a good low range it's in right now on the 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 1 minute.
It's a good low range, going up and down.
That's.
Tell me, are you scalping this range? Top to bottom? Is that what's going on over there?
That's exactly what's going on over there. I'm not going in big, but I'm just doing like 150, 200 a pop.
Travis is like, I'm almost at my daily goal.
No, I'm not there. I'm only up like 300. So like,
I like the range.
I love it. So what I'll do, I'll mark out the range
Yeah.
But then I'm going to measure how many ticks are within that range. And normally when it goes up and down maybe once or twice, I'm sure, all right, this is a good solid range. If it's nothing telling me it's going to break out yet, then, I'll go in small and just try to trade it from the top to the bottom. But these last few candles have kind of stalled. And so this last trade I did was just $150. Like I'll take it.
Yeah, I figured it was like you quiet over there, so
Right.
you doing something.
Most of it was analyzing, but I got in a couple of trades.
Yeah.
All right, now, if I would have stayed in there, that would have been my 25. Yeah, that would have been my 25.
Yeah, so you're doing either top of range sell down to the bottom or bottom of the range sell up to the top.
Yep.
And on the 1 minute, it's showing just the touch of the candles. You guys see some divergence or a touch.
Yep.
There, look at where the bands are, and then making a judgment call from there. So, are you taking a buy from here?
I'm looking at taking a buy.
Okay.
Right now. Y'all don't be like me. Don't do what I'm doing.
I think I'm a jump in with you. I'm gonna jump in really light though.
Yep, same here.
It's just $100 that we're gonna risk right here. So just $100 trade. And I got it pretty cheap, so I'm gonna move this. Should move my stop down to a 1-to-1, but let's see. Let's see if we can jump on this terrorist bandwagon.
Yep, I'm in the buy now.
All right.
I went in really small. I went in with 15 micros.
Yeah.
I'm up $60 right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just have 10. I have 10 on.
I don't necessarily like to trade this small, but it's still risk involved trading these kind of ranges. So especially coming up on 8:30,
yeah,
you never know what the market's really going to do. So I'll go in small in these situations. I don't like what it's doing right now. Come on, you're supposed to be pushing up. Let's go.
Yeah, we got the engulfing candle. It may give us a soldier pattern to the downside if the second one closes. I'm on the 30-second though. This is
Yeah, I'm looking at the 30 seconds. So
we got 10 seconds left on this 1 minute.
So we were talking about this the other day. So Nedra, on this type of strategy, you don't touch anything once you're in. You let the stop loss stay there.
Most of the time.
Okay.
Most of the time, most of the time. But if I definitely see the trade is going against me or my analysis was incorrect, I'll sometimes take the loss where I'm at. But there's been times where I've closed out and then it still ended up hitting my TP. So that's why I prefer not to touch.
Yeah. If we get this what I call baby divergence, or where this one opens up and creates a green hammer candle like that, it'd be nice. Now, do you ever on this, you say, oh, this could be a longer term play? Do you ever take and move up your take profit if you get a lot of momentum?
I have.
And just let it run? Yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
the only problem with that is because I'm using larger size. If I let it run, I really can't afford for the pullbacks with the drawdown rule.
Yeah.
So I have to be really careful with that because I've blown a lot of accounts like that.
Yeah, because it marks it at the at whatever your high watermark is, right? So
yeah. I've blown several accounts like that. Like I'm all the way up in profit, and then it comes back down, and then
that is it's something irritating to me, but
it's very irritating to me because then it will still go to my TP, and the only reason why I lost the challenge is because of the pullback.
Yeah,
and the market has to breathe, so you have to allow for that. But with this strategy, if you're using larger size, then you can't really afford for the for the pullback.
It took me a while to figure that out. Well, not a while, but I was like, why it was like order, you get that order rejected piece. And so I was like, why I was like, I'm up, my stop loss is at break even, like, and it was like, no, your high watermark created a new threshold limit.
The good thing is that once you're funded, that as you stack on, that limit gets bigger and bigger. So
Tim, it is not trading our range right now. It's just sitting down at the bottom of it.
I think it heard us talking. I think we're market makers in real life.
That's what it is.
We're market
I'm down $52 or $60 right now. Like at some point, and I'm looking at the clock because it's 8:21, and I know sometimes a little before market opens, it likes to make a move. And so I don't really like to be in trades coming up on the next few minutes. So I'm looking at maybe closing this one out and just taking a minimal loss.
Yeah, it's I'm looking for buys in the market. With the CPI data, I'm looking for buys.
Yeah.
And so I'm not really looking for sales at all.
Yeah. I just took a $90 loss. It's okay.
Yeah, it's this is really the level that we're going to that we're retesting. And then VWAP is sitting down here, so lower is where market's going to go. And that's kind of like when I said I was looking for sales up here. I said I want to be out by that 8:15 candle. Because if it doesn't make the move by then, if it doesn't push down by then, and we're at market, this is a good level to buy off of, and then that VWAP is a good level as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I had marked out a sell, and it's almost at TP. I should have gotten that.
Nice.
Oh, you were going the opposite direction.
I'm not in it. I'm not in it though. But it just hit the TP, like where I marked it off, so I should have gotten in it. But I just didn't like the way price action looks. It's not.
No, not at a consolidation. It's not clean at all.
But it broke out to the downside, so that would have been the sell.
Yeah.
So if I got 10 contracts on this, I'm gonna lose $100. If I had 100 contracts, it would have been $1,000. And I think that's the difference from successful traders to not successful traders, is the ability to control risk.
Yep.
And it's like on those iffy moves, why risk $1,000? Just if you want to be in the market, you take a trade. Well, you can just go in with little risk.
Yeah. Lise took the sell.
Oh, she took it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. She said I took the sell. Yeah, I was looking at. We probably were looking at the same sell.
Yeah. All right, we got 6 minutes to the open. That volume should be coming into the market now, and we're testing these bottoms here. Let me get rid of this stuff. This idea, we really don't like this idea. This was pre-market before that A15 candle, which it did make it down there, but now that we're here, is that level going to hold?
Yeah,
we
now
kind
I'm
of broke this
like
neckline.
this guy.
Yeah. That volume's coming in.
Nedra, you got that face like you getting in a trade.
Yeah, I'm looking.
This is when it starts getting serious. It starts sitting up. All right, let me see. Okay. It's almost game time.
Tara's like, I see you. I see you over there.
I'm looking too, but like, we got the shark fins.
I see the shark fin.
So, Dr. Denise, are you done for the day? You took the sale, so are you done for the day? Or are you still trading? Let's see in the chat.
Let's see, what are we doing on the 15 minute? I need to see real quick.
Yeah, I kind of want some of this to be filled up. I want to look for it to touch the VWAP or because it's flat, break through that a little bit and catch some of those orders where we retrace a lot of that move in the open or at the news release that we retrace that. And this stuff happens over, but it feels like we've been here before where you get that where it broke out at, you get that retest of the area first and then head up. So
yeah,
that's a ways away from where we broke out at. We broke out from this high here and then news hit, and that created somewhat of a gap down here where it left. So price jumped up, and so it coming down to fill these orders would be perfect buy positions down here where this gap is. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get that, and I wouldn't be surprised if we left right here too. So I'm kind of kneel on my position right now.
We got 3 minutes to open.
I can't believe I didn't take it.
Okay, you only took 2 contracts. Okay. Yeah, went in light there. That's a smart move.
You see that chart that it played out? It played out.
And then you gotta get back in the groove with that. You took a couple of days off.
I'm telling you, like, I can't believe I didn't take that just now. Like, I literally watched it play out.
Yeah, I didn't take it.
Terrence saw the look on my face. He saw it. I'm like, I see it. I see something.
Yeah,
I didn't take it either. And just because of how close it is to opening bell.
The opening bell, and I'm trying to be patient, right? Yeah. And I'm trying not to do the scratch that Tim was doing earlier.
But I'm feeling for the trade over here too. Like, so
I was listening to a podcast, and it was saying that a lot of successful traders have poker faces, and I was like,
no, when you sit up in your chair, you look at the other screen.
Right,
oh yeah, it's game time right now.
All this emotion.
Yeah, game time. Yeah. Let's see if it gives us another opportunity here.
Got
my bell queued
here. These shark fins are really.
I know. it's there.
Oh.
You looking at a cell right now, or you think it's on
No,
We're Dr. Ann where you need her.
But
I'm looking at
talk us off the ledge, Dr. Ann. Talk us off the ledge.
Hey, Nedra, if you take it, I'm taking it.
but the good thing is that I haven't taken anything yet. It's 9:29, Terrace.
I know. Like, oh, here it goes.
Okay, 9:30. Open the bell.
What are we gonna do?
All right, here we go. Opening bell. It is go zone.
It's gonna go.
We are at the opening bell. Yeah, I'm in a buy. Yeah, it's not a good buy. We're at the top. Took a really light 10 micros, which is 1 E-mini. So really light on this, but been talking about it all morning. Is the buys that we're looking for. We just wanted it a little lower to come down to VWAP first. We would have been a lot more confident. But with less confidence, we go less risk. So we're just making a little bit here.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of this trade if it comes back down.
It's at a level right now. Go ahead, past that level. I hope this 1 minute closes past that level.
Yeah, because it's retesting. If we break through and get to 39.9, if we get on top of 39.9, even if we get on top of 39.880, that'll be good. Then we're heading up. But right now we're just retesting potential double tops. Now we're breaking this level here, which is double bottom, and on the 5 minutes probably a clean W pattern. Yeah. Probably see it better on 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes you can see it. Now, if it was higher, it would be a better W, but that double bottom, it looks really good right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my stop at break even.
Stops. What are stops? I don't know anything about that. There we
I'm
go.
almost at TP. Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Did it hit it?
Yeah.
Nice. One and done?
I don't know. It's early.
Too early for that.
It's really early.
It's DPI right now. Let's go.
Right. Let me try to pass this 250K.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, these buys look good from here. Yeah, I wasn't confident enough to get in with 100 contracts on this one.
Yeah, I went full.
Oh, you went full in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you got the momentum of the market moving with you. So that's the high right there. Let's see what 15 minutes looking like. This is the high of the day right now. So if we get on top of 39.9, we should be in pretty good shape. And CPI is the big deal. It's like we're not confused about what CPI did.
Right.
And what that means to the market.
Mark this level. Terrace, you wrote. Oh, he's on mute.
You're on mute, Terrace. Are you talking?
Yeah, I was talking, just talking away. No, I did get in on some of the buy, but I didn't go in with 10 contracts. I ended up doing 500 on it.
Good. That's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Got in, got out, but looking for another entry.
I am too. I'm expecting for it to come down maybe to this 1 minute 50.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, I just took profit on that small one. You know, it's just that's this small contracts is like I took profit on it. That's long story short. I got a lot to say about that, but I took profit on it. No, it's been a good day. Everybody's making money. Dr. Denise made money. Mia, Dr. Keisha, Edra's making money. Tara's making money. I made money. It's a good day. Chat, how you feeling? I like CPI, trading CPI on these type of days. When it doesn't fool around with you, it just like where it's very clear. CPI came out negative. Dollar's going to drop. Everything else is going to push up. And that's what we're doing right now. Oh, this is a nice gold opportunity.
Ooh, that is
That's a nice. Oh, I'm in that. I'm in that.
I don't even trade gold. I want to get in it.
I am in that all day. Yeah. I am in that.
I'm trying to be patient and wait for US 30 to set up for another buy. If it gives us a breather.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. It's gold may go to the highs, great all-time highs today.
Rising. I went up. Should have stayed in it.
Oh, you're in gold too, Tamisha? Yeah, that was.
Oh,
See, Tamisha, you got to say something. You over there getting in on gold, ain't saying nothing. I got in light on gold as well, but that's good. That's good for this account.
Tamisha said you got in at the right time.
Yeah, I just so happened to click on it. I was like, oh, that's right where I actually got in kind of late. I wanted it down here, but wasn't paying attention to it. So I got in kind of late.
Like, should I be in this cell?
Yeah, I was just about to ask you looking for the sell because that shark fin looks good. That top band on the 1 minute is starting to flatten out. And so this might be the sell now.
I'm like,
Wow.
I'm trying not to trade against the trend, but
No. You know what? I'm gonna let it play out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be good though. I definitely not in on this sale, but I would be interested in the buys.
Yeah, I'm interested in the buys. But you see how that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I'm like,
beautiful.
This is about to drop.
Man.
Yeah.
And here it is.
I'm seeing it today, but my reaction time is off.
Yeah. Go to that paper trade and start putting on some size.
You know that one candle after we saw it, Tara, that one candle hit the 25.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Quickly too.
Wow. What you say? I need to go to paper trading.
Right. Put some size on. Start working those muscles again.
I'm telling you. I take 2 days off. It's like, what's going on with it?
See, Tim, this is why I said next week I don't want to not trade.
Those muscles.
I'm gonna be out of town next week, but I feel like I gotta keep trading because I'm seeing it, and I don't want to lose my reaction time.
Yeah, exactly.
See, this is the retest right here. We broke through this resistance and this resistance, and now we came back, and that's the first retest of that.
Yeah.
That resistance.
Yeah, I see that.
So we'll see if that level holds.
Mhm.
And Tim, you're in gold, right?
Yeah, I'm in gold. Looks like it's going against me currently. I may get a cheaper price down here. Because this is actually where I want to take the buy.
Off of that 1 minute 200.
Is
Or
that
the
what it is?
VWAP. This,
Oh, it's the session. Yeah, the session anchor VWAP. Yeah. So I went in very light up here. I'm risking 1,000 if it eats up the whole move, but I'll put in a heavier contract size down here. Yeah, I think I might do that here soon. Let's see.
Nedra, did you catch a buy?
I did not. I'm watching it.
Okay. And I'm asking because one thing I've noticed with US 30, that middle band on the TDI, if that's pointing up as well, like sometimes I'll take a buy right off of that.
Yeah.
I've had success with that recently, so it doesn't necessarily have to be top band, bottom band.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. We've mentioned that before. But yeah, that setup just hit too. It, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna miss another one.
Yeah, it does play off the middle band at times. Especially if it's like sharp fitting at the 50 TDI.
Oh, that retest did play out. It's just game hit that. Let's see if this retest, it should produce new highs. If it doesn't, that's kind of telling that becomes a neckline that it'll break, retest, and then you catch sales down to probably VWAP. But this a retest should produce a new high.
Yeah, it is looking like it's gonna push up more. So we'll see.
And it looks like a failed auction to the upside, which means that this retest is going to be broken.
So we should be in sales, Tim?
Yeah, well, the sales will look like so it failed auction. So that retest should have produced a new high. It didn't. So now a break and retest of this neckline is where you enter into the sales. All right, so now it's coming down to that neckline again. And we'll see if that neckline holds as support.
Now, is it only a failed auction if it breaks the last higher low?
Well, no, it's so failed auctions are to the upside. So you're not really looking at the lows. That would be a break of structure.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah. So the auction to the upside is it would have to if it fails to break that high. So that was the failed auction there.
And that's with the first push. Like if it fails to break it at the first push.
Right.
Right. Got it.
So now we're looking for downward. More sellers are in the market. So now we're looking for a break of structure here. And if it breaks this, then we'll look for the retest to enter in off of this sale down. So it looks like VWAP to retest this liquidity zone.
And that gap is still further down as well.
Yeah, the gap's way down there. Yeah, that's this right here. All right, that's the break right there.
Yeah, and the new 15-minute candle was just formed as well.
All right. So we'll let this push down. We'll see if this next 1 minute will retest this area.
The 30-second is retesting it. But it's giving me a shark fin and
yep, it's gone. So that retest failed right here. So let's see. I like the exhaustion right there. That sellers are not able to close below this retest. Kind of got to believe it. Kind of got to believe that it's support at some point if it keeps rejecting off of that level.
mm-hmm. Yes.
This account's in gold, so I really can't take it. So I'm gonna switch accounts here. I'm thinking about getting long. Kind of a little too late. Yeah. All right, this is the last time I'm going to let it touch it without taking it.
For the
buy.
For the buy.
Yeah. See where this 1 minute candle closes.
Yeah, there's like a lot of wick exhaustion in that zone.
I think my gold trade. Yeah, my gold trade hit the loss on that other account. Oh, and it put me in sales. That's crazy. It put me in sales.
Yeah, it's rejecting on that 1 minute again.
Yep.
Kind of. Not really.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this 1 minute candle to close.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I want to get in.
15 seconds.
All right. I got it touching the trend line and coming close to that 1 minute 50 now. And a buy fair value gap.
Stayed on top, but it created a new low. I mean, it's not ready yet.
Nope.
Yeah, I created a little more. I see that. Yeah, it kind of like broke that area. So.
Mm-hmm.
Patience, patience, patience.
Yeah. As we're waiting on that, I want to look at this gold one. So this gold gave back all the mood from the news. And so now we look at next level. So I'm done kind of trading that account. That account's still up. It's up like 700 on, it's up 726 on the day. So I'm going to leave that where it's at. I'm just going to leave it where it's at. I gave back like $1,000 or a couple $1,000 back on that. So we're still up 700. But as it pushes lower, what's going to induce the buy? So why is this a failed auction up here? When we spiked up there, why is that a failed auction on gold when CPI is so low? Risk is off of the dollar. So what would make that push down? And CPI pushed it down to what level on the dollar? And I think we're just in a technical area that will probably end up coming down. We're coming up to a retest on the dollar where we're going to retest 105, and that's going to be kind of telling. And I think if you time it that way, where when this gets up to, begins to come up to this retest and starts to retrace, I think that's the time to take gold and US 30. Because until that happens, we're going to continue to come down. And this is sort of, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it really didn't give it to you, but the break of this broke. This was the retest, but it wasn't really that clean. Like really, the candle body closes there. You could say that this was the retest and then the push down. But that was the break of structure and then the retest. And then came down. And where is that? I think that is going to continue to come down. We may get an intermediate move here to the upside. Just looking at divergence, we may get a move push up here, but we're looking for it to continue to come down. Now, again, the timing on the dollar's retracement is from a timing standpoint. That's kind of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, and that 15-minute has like a ugly shark fin, but it still broke the band. But it makes sense.
Yeah, and that will take out a lot of individuals. If we continue to come down and give back all of this move and then head to the upside, it's a perfect position to be in. But that would take out a lot of retail traders because who's not thinking about buys at this moment. But yeah, that 15-minute shark fin is saying the buys aren't ready yet. And so I think this is going to end up being a good trade, both on US 30 and on gold. I haven't really looked at NQ, but NQ is doing the same thing. And I do have their gap fill down here.
Mhm.
On NQ, and then S&P, let's see. Don't really like S&P right now. That really don't like any of them. To buy off that early is just very enticing. So that's the reason why I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is Nedra 78.6 level.
Oh yeah, nice. Just saw that.
So this account is up. This account is up. So I'm gonna leave those two positive for the day and go to a new account.
I've turned into Taurus over here. I'm like
I am
$50.
oh, that's what you've been doing.
Oh man. I know it's like y'all get quiet, y'all turn your head, start looking at the other screen.
No, bad influence. I'm like, that is not my trading plan.
That's why I say y'all don't listen to me. It's not my trading plan either.
Oh, Dr. Ann, where is Dr. Ann?
Where is Dr. Ann with the mind matters?
Yeah.
US 30, what are you doing? Like, are you going to break this bottom band on the 1 minute? We're kind of getting a little reaction on that 1 minute session VWAP.
Yeah.
It didn't get quite.
It didn't quite touch it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Yeah, I kind of like I don't talk divergence too much on lower time frames, but kind of like plays off of the VWAP.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're giving back a lot of the move. Oh, I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
Taking a buy now.
Yeah, on gold.
Oh no.
I was looking at US 30 off of the 78.6 and off of VWAP.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm looking at gold. The gold's time confluence is like all saying the same stuff. I think I'm gonna let it. I'm not gonna take it, but I'm just looking at it. You look at NQ too. Oh yeah. US 30. Then yeah, I'm taking it. That's the level we marked out for the DXY.
Wait, what are you're taking the gold buy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because it finally came down to.
Yep. Got a nice sharp fin.
That sharp fin is wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to go in heavy here. Let me see. I'm in 20 contracts right now.
About to convince me to get in the gold. Just want to take something right now, but man,
no, it's a lot of confluence there with it, so that's the reason why I took it. All right, I got 40 micro contracts on gold. We're gonna see if DXY has reached the level, but yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, that gold trade was nice.
All right, it gave back a lot of that candle. And we are going to stack into this trade. All right.
I'm going in heavy.
Yeah, I like it. I do like this trade. So we'll see. It's not really that heavy because my it's probably, I'm gonna risk like 5,000 on this one.
That's not heavy.
Well, I mean, it's for for this challenge. It's not too heavy. Yeah.
Right.
Because this could be if I found the bottom. So we're gonna.
I told you I want to be like Tim when I grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll I like this. I like the setup. So we'll see if it works. It's really just the same idea that I had before up here. It's really the same idea.
It looked like US 30 kind of played out. It didn't give us a spark name, but
Yeah, it's gonna play around a little bit.
Yeah, it just got all the buyers in.
Yeah, it's sucked everybody in. Now DXY, this level is, you got to pay attention to, is that if this doesn't create the new high, you should be good with it. You know, it'll push up a little bit, and play some games up here. But as long as this level holds, that's what we got to pay attention to. But yeah, I'm bullish on the day. All right. Let's see what I think that's all the news that we have. We're gonna get crude oil inventories. That's probably the only thing, but everything else is negative for the dollar. Dollar had no positive news today, so you know, expect the dollar to drop today. It needs to drop, and that's going to push gold up. It's going to push indices up. So fundamentals are going to match technicals, and we're going to get this. We're going to get this rally up. Oh, that's a pocket change. Yeah, it's pocket change.
Who said that?
Dustin in the audience. Yeah, there it goes. All right, so we're gonna my first take profit is right around VWAP. There we go. And so at VWAP, I'm going to take off half of the position. I'm going to take off 40 contracts. And then leave the rest at break even. Let's go. Are you all in any trades?
I'm in this US 30 buy.
You're in the buy?
Let
Okay.
me get in there. I am in a small position with gold.
Okay. There we go. So I put in a position here, but then I put 40 in at this level, but then I put in another 40 down here. So I got it at 2 levels, and I'm going to move it to break even at this point. We're at $1,000 up, so I'm going to move it at break even. It puts me just under this last candle that has been created.
Mm-hmm.
And if it gives that back and we get an engulfing candle, you know, I would really want to do it. And if it retests, then that gives me a cheaper price. But we're at break even now. We're 80 contracts on. It's a risk-free trade. First take profit is VWAP. We'll take off 40 contracts there. Tamisha, you're in gold too? Nice. All right, so now we're going to keep moving up. Well, we'll let it breathe. It's a break even. And I'm a couple grand up on this one. Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Ann is on.
Oh, is she? Dr. Ann, these two been cutting up. I'm gonna tell everything. These two been cutting up. It hasn't been me. It's when Terrence and Nedra get together. Oh, they cut up. You should have saw it, Dr. Ann. They doing scout move after scout move. I'm telling everything.
Bob sticking to the plan.
They get quiet. They start looking to the left. Nedra sits up in her seat like this and start looking to the left.
It's the combination of sitting up in her seat, looking to the left, and I'm also looking at the chart, and I'm like, all right, I know what she's looking at. I know what she's looking at. Man.
They're talking to each other without even talking to each other. Yeah, I'm actually going to close out of this trade. I'm happy with the profit on it.
Yeah, that was a good move on US 30.
I'm still in it.
It's still in there?
Still in it.
It's still going to keep pushing.
Yeah. Yeah, I got out of gold. I hit, that was 2,500. So 2 of the accounts I'm 2,500. The other one I'm at 700. So I got out. And if it comes back down, I'll send an alert. Yeah. If it comes back down for the retest, then I'll get back in it. Yeah, this US 31 looked good too. Yeah, body language. I'm telling you, you can watch the body language. Just watch the screen. If you want to signal, if you want to know how to get in, just watch their body language. If they get quiet and I'm the only one talking and they looking off and sitting up straight, oh, they in the trade. They in the trade.
I don't know if I necessarily have a tell because
you gotta tell. You gotta tell.
I got one.
Oh, when you go quiet? When you go quiet? Oh, when Terrence go quiet, oh, he in the trade.
But
he done took about 10 trades and be quiet.
Terrence called me out. He said, you in the trade?
Oh, man.
I'm sitting here because I feel like I've been gun shy this morning on taking trades, but then I'll look at you and I'm like, oh, yeah, she about to get in there.
Oh,
I get real antsy. I'm like, wait a minute now.
See, I'm telling Dr. Ed, I'm telling everything. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah, these was good moves. We made money today.
Yeah, we did. I didn't hit my goal yet, so I'm gonna come back to the charts probably a little bit later, try to get another 500-600, and be good to go. But I gotta leave you guys.
I think it's that we're past that 9 o'clock hour, so I think we're gonna close it out as well. But so Terrace, you're still gonna reach the goal and keep trading.
Yeah, I'm up 600, but I got a little bit to go, at least to get to 1250.
Okay. Nedra, what about you?
I'm done. I took 2 trades and they both hit TP, so I'm done.
Okay. All right. Cool.
That's
you know, Dr. Ann, I can't hold water. I'll tell it all. I've been telling you, they've been cutting up. They've been cutting up on this call. Yeah.
Nedra, so you say you're done. You're not trading anymore today, right?
Yeah, because I took like my 2 setups I already took, and then I was like doing a little scalping in between.
Okay, so you're good.
So I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, she done took about 10 trades while we were getting on this call.
But 2 that I was supposed to take, the other ones don't count.
Yeah, I'm done in these 3 accounts, and I'm gonna look at the other accounts because we should be bullish for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna look for pullbacks and then possibly get long on some of those pullbacks.
Yeah.
So cool. Right. No, good call today. We did good. We made money. A lot of individuals made money in the chat and profits. So praise God for just the skill set and the ability and the functionality of our eyes and our understanding. We just got to give God praise for everything that he's doing. He's given us this power to get wealth. So we're so appreciative of it. And we're going to use this skill set. But no, good call, everybody. We'll be back on tomorrow. Nedra, you're going to be back with us tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll have a full house tomorrow, and we'll start devotion right at 6:10. But no, good day today.
Yeah. This was fun.
Yeah. Fun with the team. All right, everyone. Well, have a good one. We'll catch you later.